Welcome to Fuel. Fuel stands for Finance, Unity, Empowerment, Legacy. Join us today as Dr. Jackie, Dennis, and Mac had part one of their discussion on strategies for survival in a down market.
Just in case you want to put this in on one of your just in case this makes the cut, I just want to say something we just said. Max said when we were in college, we were poor. And somebody said we had to borrow money to be poor. Oh my goodness. You guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember those days, man. Oodles and noodles and tuna fish.
Yeah.
That was a tuna casserole, and then oodles and noodles and ketchup. That was spaghetti. and then if you didn't have any condiments, you just went to McDonald's and took salt shakers off of their tables.
Napkins too.
Napkins. That's what they used to give you, 1 billion napkins at a time. Now they hand you one.
Right.
Oh man, condiments. We had all kinds of. And then we used to go. There was a store called Phillips something. Phillips Seafood House.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And we would go there. The girls would have big pocketbooks full of Glad bags. And we just keep orders of us filling up the Glad bags, It was expensive for a college person to eat at Phillips. When we got back to the dorm, we had a smorgasbord.
We still have Phillips here in Baltimore, right at the harbor.
Right. They
Really?
sure do. Yeah, they closed the one downtown.
Yeah, they closed the one in near me too, Annapolis.
Yeah.
Wow. We probably were the reason why they went out of business. Sorry, Phillips, but we loved your food. Oh my goodness. We were just poor college students trying to survive till Friday, and it was Thursday.
Extra hush puppies, please.
Oh man. I don't even eat hush puppies, and I had like a ton of them things in my room. They kept very well in a Glad bag.
Yeah.
That's a shame, man. I'm glad this is a couple of years after college, so we all think we can get in trouble still. Dr. Jackie, did you have those same problems that Mac and I had?
I knew how to stretch my food and stretch my dollar.
All right.
Okay.
We had to play tic-tac-toe in order to see who was going to eat the last chip.
Did you see how sedity she was with that? Now
I was trying to play it off, man.
I stretch my dollars.
She probably stayed at home.
Part of the time.
Well, dorm life was fun. You met a lot of people, and everybody was starving. So we all looked like the Walking Dead. Everybody hungry at the same time. And then they opened up the cafeteria in our dorm. I stayed in Meridian Hill Hall, and they opened up the dormitory. The cafeteria.
Cafeteria.
Man, we would go down there, and nobody had any money then either. But we would laugh at their signage because they would put on like Tuesday is Philly Day. So we go down there. Everybody knew I was from Philly. So they said, "Oh, let's go get some hoggies." I said, "What the heck is a hoggie?" And they would put H-O-G. H-O-G-I-E. We were like, that's not how you spell hoagie. Hoggie. Hey, Dennis, let's go get some hoggies. I don't know what a hoggie is. But boy, they could make some fried chicken.
Yeah.
So we had some really good times, My father, and he would ask me, what did I need for school? I said, I need money. I got to buy books. I got to eat. He'll give me $25. It was not 1902. $25 lasted a bit of 2 days, and you couldn't buy any books. But I went through my freshman year with no book.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing I got out of school at all, you know?
That explains a lot now, doesn't it?
Yeah, I had a book with your face when I left that in school.
Slam.
Oops, I'm sorry, that slipped out. I'm trying to let him bait me today. He always trying to bait me
So
because
you dated him?
we have this thing going on where we're trying to see how many people we can help. And I always help more people than him. And then he started a nonprofit. So now he's helping more people than me. So then I go to a church and I try to help them by calling him to help me help them. So no matter what he does, I win. I am smart.
You're smarter than the average bear. Yeah.
But yeah, you know, we always have fun. Please don't take this to mean that, you know, we're anything other than just playing, jesting with each other, I guess they say. I always look at him as my older brother, and I always look at Dr. Jackie as the beauty queen. But we are rolling today. You know, we are rolling today, you know. It's all about that coming up. We came up poor, and I know actually we probably didn't know what poor was. I was raised in a project of Philadelphia in East Falls, Abbotsford Homes. And I didn't know we were poor. We had plenty of friends and we had fun all the time until that light came on. When that light came on, baby, we were running home. It was a mad dash to get home. And then to make it into college after all that, you know, to be able to meet people like Mac, we met working, trying to make our lives better.
Yeah.
You know, I still remember my script. I'm not going to say it this time, but I still remember it. I had nightmares in confirmation. So if you know what that means, you know what I'm talking about. And Dr. Jackie, I think he's going to go to Thailand. They do really great plastic surgery. Number one country for plastic surgery, Thailand.
Thank
But you know,
thank
we're here to help them out. You know, Dr. Jackie got her grass as her background, and she's trying to go through the weeds like the little lionesses when they attack their prey. So I'm not the prey because I'm talking. So they're going after the silent one. Arr.
I guess I'm the victim today.
Okay, I've talked my 5 minutes. Go ahead. Next.
There's been a lot of things going on here lately around the world that's affected the global markets. And I'm wondering if we could talk about what to do in a down.
What to do in a down market? Let me tell you, there's only one thing you got to do is find out who's making money and do what they're doing. Somebody's always making money. I heard that them people with that Alphabet 19 who bought stock in those Alphabet 19 companies are making money hand over fist. There's that guy, Bill Gates, just making money off of death. But there's always somebody making money. So I tell my daughter all the time that, she's worried about her, when she was worried about her job. I said, well, first thing you got to realize it's not your job. It belongs to them. And somebody wants your job because they want to own that job. So you need to own your own income source. You know, Mac and I, well, actually, all three of us are musicians of one kind or another. And I know that I can just get back out in the streets and play and make some money. So it's not like you have one thing. You got to have multiple things to get around this downturn. And I think, if I'm not correct, you talk about the invasion in what's that country? Ukraine. If I'm right.
Ukraine.
Well, you know what? They've been telling everybody they're going to invade them for the past month, so it's not a surprise. The stock market did a little dip, but The United States can't do anything because Russia supplies 7% of the oil reserves to the United States. They're not going to do anything. The only reason when I looked on the map, I saw that Russia was like landlocked, so they need a way to get to the sea. Now, I didn't look at the whole map, so I only saw what they put on TV, and it makes sense for them to take Ukraine. Now they have access to the sea. How does that worry us, Mac? It's going to make the stock market go down, but stock market been going down before this happened because they've been preparing for a month for this to happen. So you have to find a way to get around it. I don't know. Are we going to tell people a way to get around it? Because I know the three of us have a way of not necessarily getting around it, but not being affected as much. But my father said, "Oh my God, gas prices are going up." I don't care what gas prices do. I don't drive anywhere, but I do eat, and that means food's gonna be more expensive. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Well, here's the thing. As far as we have limitations on what we can actually share. However, for anyone who wants to know, if they go to Fueling Future Generations 2020 at gmail.com, we can tell them.
Oh,
Uh,
okay, okay.
we can tell them. So, to your point, I agree wholeheartedly that there are avenues, and one of the things that I do is I'm always eating, always checking out what's going on in every aspect of the world, but particularly in the financial world to see what's new, what's exciting, what people are saying. And to your point, you know, there are people that are thriving at all times. And it's about understanding how they're doing it, where they're doing it, uh, that can make a difference. But the other part is that for investors, uh, the down market, if you had that kind of liquidity, that's time to get involved.
Yep.
Time
Stock market's going down. It's time to buy.
to
But a
buy.
lot of people, it's funny because you said that because a lot of people sell when the markets go down, and then when the markets go up, they start trying to buy. But I think they have an opposite. It's an opposite idea that I know it's hard to buy when the market's going down because you don't know how far down it's going to go.
Right.
But I mean, to give you an example, Tesla went down to 740, 730. And if you had bought it at 730, you would have made $100 because now it's 800 and something in less than 24 hours. So I think the biggest thing, Mac, is not to panic. Um, Position yourself. Somebody used to tell me, luck. They say luck favors those who are prepared. And of course, my religious friend got on me and said, "I don't believe in luck." I said, "Well, it's not about lucky stripes or four leaf closures kind of luck. All it means is if you build a storehouse and things happen, you can dig into that storehouse to take care and build wealth. Because opportunities happen every single minute. There's an opportunity that happens. And that's how I call Mac. Hey, Mac, this church needs help. Mac said, I have a nonprofit that helps in another country. I said, well, this place looks like another country, but it's Maryland. And he said, I'll be right over there. And he took care of it. So that is my luck helping someone else. I mean, it's kind of a loose example of what I'm talking about. Or even Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie does sign English, right? I want to make sure I say the right one. And you just never know who needs your help. It just so happened that now in our organization, we have a deaf contingent. Did I say it right? Deaf? Yeah, deaf contingent. And we have Dr. Jackie who signed English. and we have a partner who's ASL. So we are prepared to help everyone, even through our platform, heal, you know? And this is why I like to carry this container around with me because it represents what's going on in the world. How important is fuel? That commercial was brought to you by Quaker Roots. Sorry, Quaker Roots. I didn't mean to mention you right there. But I had my oatmeal this morning with blueberries and bananas. Woo! Sorry. Go ahead.
But we talk about feast and famine and prepare for that time. A lot of time, what happens when there is plenty, people work on simply spending and not saving for the time of famine that will surely come, that down market. So, as Mac and Dennis mentioned, it's always important to look ahead, to look around, see what others are doing that are providing for that time of famine. What kinds of things they are with their lives, with their money, getting other talents or skills or vocations that they could fall back on. I was taking my niece someplace today, and we talked about the fact that it's always good to have more than one way to get home, have more than one way to get to your job, have more than one way to bring food to your table, to bring money to your pockets, more than one way. Meaning, it's not just your job. There are other ways, other avenues, and we should always be open to that.
Yeah, one of my main ways of making sure I have food on my table is making sure I have Dr. Jackie's phone number and Matt's phone number. It's like DoorDash, personal DoorDash. Dr. Jackie, I ain't got no food. And Mac is one heck of a cook.
He surely is.
I call him Chef Boyardee.
Ask if there's room at his table. That's right.
We actually love doing that too. Have everybody over for a great meal. I was thinking too that we're at a time right now where there are a lot of people that are being replaced on their jobs, and not because they're being replaced by other people, but that these jobs are literally being eliminated. One of the things that came to mind was the toll booths. Like they're taking people away from the toll booths now, and everything is electronic. I don't think people conceptualize that means that when you don't see a person there, that person's been replaced by a machine or by technology. And so, again, going back to Dennis's point, we have to take the resources that we were born with and try to monetize those things for our benefit, to own something. And I think that people are so used to the quote American way of, you go to school, get a good education, go to college, get a good job, set for life. And that has been gone for a long time. And so now you are in a situation where you better have something that you can truly rely on for that famine that Dr. Jackie's talking about. And oftentimes, instead of looking for a part-time job, create something that you can own and you can get full value and benefit from and help other people, whatever floats your boat, but that you can be your own boss and live your life in a whole different manner than just trying to make it to the 15th or last day of the month with a paycheck.
Wow, that's intense. That's the saying, living for the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And um, wow, that reminds me of how we started this. We started this talking about our college days and how we barely had enough. But now as adults, some of us barely have enough. And where does that put us, Max? Should we put a listing of job opportunities on our page? Of things that you can do when you are in a downturn. Because technically, we've been in a downturn for a while,
Yeah.
and this country is based off of war. So what does that have to do with money? Money is also relative. It depends on where you are, what you need. If you are around abundance, you don't need a lot of money, like our children. They got to give me and I want. Give me, I want. But as the parent, you're like, oh my God, I need a better job. but we think that to really help with a downturn, the combine what Max said and what Dr. Jackie said all in one little statement is, in time of plenty, you save for a time of famine, because famine surely will come. That's your downturn.
Thank you for joining us for part one of our discussion on strategies for survival in a down market. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Fueling Future Generations and reach out to us on our email at fuelingfuturegenerations2020 at gmail.com. Have a great day.